I don't even know how to introduce Rob Mullens. We can go athletic director here at Oregon. We can go playoff committee chair. We could also go media mogul, because now I see you on television, maybe more than anyone. Every single Tuesday, Yogi and I have been having a good time on Inside Pac-12 Football, trying to dissect every single one of the words that you say on that hot seat. There's so many good things to talk about, not only from a playoff perspective, but what's happening here in Eugene. Let's start with the playoff. We were at dinner last night. Nick brought up a really good point, because Yogi and I had an opportunity to do the mock selection. What's interesting is everyone is abundantly aware that when Oregon's being discussed, you're out of the room. When we did the mock selection, we had a chair. In fact, Yogi played you. No one actually leaves the room in the mock selection. So when you come back into the room, do people not want to make eye contact with you?
I've been worried.
Like, what's the vibe in the room when you do go back in?
No, it's a little silent, and then once you get back and get settled in, they explain to you exactly what happened. But you are looking for some immediate feedback.
I love that. I'm glad we got to hang in the room, by the way. Thank you for the...
Yogi did a great job as chair, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Hey, next career, maybe I could try that out. I'd be pretty opinionated, unlike you. You do a great job. But that being said, the brand of the Pac-12. I think around the country, there's a lot of people, like say, playing in the sandbox with our kids that really don't pay attention or don't watch. What's the reputation of the conference like in the room, and how respected is it, especially around Utah right now being the team?
Yeah, well, you know, when we're in the room, we're not talking about conferences. We're looking at resumes. And what I can tell you specifically about Utah is that people understand a really incredibly strong defense, an experienced quarterback, a record-setting running back, and they are very consistent week to week. They have been plowing through their opponents.
Rob, I'm going to shift gears a little bit. You've been there about 10 years now as AD at Oregon. I had the opportunity and a good time of working with you. What are the biggest changes in the athletic department for the department and then for you personally?
Well, you know, one, it's great to be someplace 10 years. You get to build those relationships, and those really carry you through. We've got an incredible support network, as you know, here. This is an incredible community, a wonderful place to live. But we've been able to continue with our facility upgrades, whether it's the Hatfield-Dowling Complex or the Marcus Mariota Sports Performance Center that separate us. And then obviously, you know, the innovation that happens at Nike and what that means to the University of Oregon, not only for football, but for all of our sports, make a big difference.
Well, we're seeing some of the construction that's underway here in Eugene. You have to be super excited what's happening just down the road.
No doubt. I mean, Hayward Field is going to be the best track facility in the world, period. That's a pretty strong statement, but it will back it up when the doors open.
Wow. All right, Justin Herbert, I got to ask you. I mean, he came in here, played 2.7 miles away, senior day. What's your relationship like with him? What are you going to think when he runs out tonight?
Well, I'm really excited for Justin and all the seniors to think about what they've been through, how resilient they've been, and they stuck to the school that they chose. And they've been through some coaching changes, which is never easy. But Justin as a leader and so many other those seniors, the way that they've carried the torch and stayed focused and committed, it's so fun to see them have the year that they're having.
Well, you mentioned the commitment. You and I got to spend some time together this summer, and it was pretty unique, the situation that you were in as athletic director, because you got a quarterback in Justin Herbert who could have been the #1 overall pick, or at least the first quarterback taken off the board in the NFL draft. You got Sabrina on the basketball side, who could have also been the #1 pick. And right now, Oregon, and look, you're the AD, you have to be thrilled about this, the only school in the country in the top 15, both in men's and women's basketball, and obviously also in football. What's it like? Like, what's the secret sauce? If I'm an AD around the country and I call you, Rob, and I say, hey, Rob, how do I get my programs to figure it out like you? What's the message that you explain to other people around the country?
Well, obviously we talked about two of them. We have great facilities and we have a unique relationship with Nike, but the secret sauce is the people. We've had a lot of great people come before us, like Coach Aliotti and many, many others. And then you get great people that buy into the culture. You know, the three sports that you talked about, Hall of Famer Dana Altman, Hall of Famer Kelly Graves, and Mario Cristobal fastly rising. So the people are what take all those assets and make it work.
And I'm sure you're happy because you've done some contract extensions with a couple of those coaches, so they're going to be in Eugene for at least the foreseeable future. I know you're geeked up for the Civil War. Enjoy the game. You need to get upstairs. I'm being told. Let Yogi go. He can't stay the entire show. Thank you for stopping by with us.
I'll escort him.
Yeah.
Other way around. Yeah.